It is now time to make our pizza. All you're really going to need is a stone, pizza stone, and your home oven. You want to put this in the oven before you actually make the pizza. So let's open our oven right now. Put it on the top rack, like so. Close your oven, and then get it up to the highest temperature that the oven can go. Wait until your oven gets to the highest temperature, and then you're ready to make your pizza. So the very first step that we're gonna take is just soaking our fingers in the water here. Just lightly soaking them so that we can go inside here and get our little dough ball out. It's super light and soft. You don't wanna disrupt it too much. Be very, very gentle at this stage. And then what you wanna do is just drop it into your rice flour. The reason why we're using rice flour to coat our dough when we're actually working the pizza is because it makes it very, very easy to transfer the pizza from the work surface onto the peel, and the rice flour doesn't absorb into the dough itself. If you're using normal all-purpose flour, it would just soak or just absorb right into the dough, and then you need to use a bunch of it. It also burns when you put it in the oven on the stone. It'll taste very bitter, and you won't enjoy your pizza. With rice flour, it kind of just coats the outside, and you can brush it off very easily, and it makes it very easy to transfer from one place to the other. We're just going to mix it in like that. It's kind of sticking to the wall there, so make sure to just put some rice flour so that it sticks. Now toss it, just flip it gently in there. Look at that, look how soft that is. Whoa. And just do a few turns. Once you've done so, you can put your dough on your work surface. Try to keep that circular shape, like so. Now, once you have this circular shape, take your hands like this. So just cross them like this, one over the other, and put your thumbs like that as well. So just practice doing that a few times. You're going to take your hands and you're going to push into the bottom portion of the dough here. When you're pounding the dough here, make sure that you are not touching the crust or the rim. This is called the cornicione. We're going to be filling the corners here with air, or the edges with air. So start with your hands like this at the very bottom, and then work your way to the very top of the pizza like that. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to flip it upside down like so, and you're going to do the same thing. Flip it over. And repeat this step. Notice how all of this here, this is not dough, this is mostly all air. Once you're able to place both your hands in the middle of the pizza like so, you are now able to stretch the pizza. And if you see any bubbles like this, make sure to just get rid of them because they'll burn in the oven. So just lightly tear them like that. The classic Neapolitan style stretching method takes some practice, but is actually a lot of fun when you're doing it. So you're gonna take one hand, you're gonna put it underneath the dough like so. The other hand you're gonna put on top of the pizza like this. Okay, this stretching technique is called the schiaffo, or the slap. You're gonna see why in a moment. So with this hand, you're going to gently pull the dough like this. Don't do it too quick, and then pull it over to this hand, and you're going to turn it over like that. When you turn it over, you're basically doing a quarter turn every time your hand does that. So let's do it again. Pull over your hand, slap down like that. Again, pull over your hand, slap down. Pull over your hand and slap down. We'll do one more. And our pizza is now ready for toppings. So the next step is just putting on your sauce. Take a ladle full of sauce and then put it in the center of your dough. So just right here. Once you've placed your sauce in the middle, make circular motions to spread the sauce out evenly onto the pizza. make sure to tip your spoon back and forth as you get to the edges. So I'll tip it this way to get to this edge. Drop a little more there, and we're good. Instead of putting all of the toppings on right now before it goes into the oven, we're actually going to put the pizza as it is right now, right into the oven. If you put the pizza in with the cheese on top, the cheese will cook faster than the dough will, and then the cheese will burn. You don't want that to happen. So we're gonna partly cook the pizza, take it out, and then we're going to put the cheese on top after. The next step is to put it in the oven. Take your index finger and your thumb, pinch the edge of the pizza like this, and then just scoop your peel right underneath. Lay the pizza out. You're gonna kind of stretch it onto the peel so that it forms really nicely. Take some olive oil and drizzle it on top. Let's go put it in the oven. Let's open our oven, and we're gonna transfer our pizza from the peel onto the stone right here. There we go. Close the oven so that it retains the heat, and then now let it cook for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. So if you can see, it's only partly cooked. We're gonna go put our ingredients on top and then put it right back in the oven. Let's put some prosciutto on there. A few slices of grated sheep cheese. Fior di latte, mozzarella. And a little bit of olive oil. Before we put the pizza back in the oven, we're gonna take a little bit of olive oil and just put it on the crust. This is gonna really help brown up the crust after it comes out of the oven. Here is our finished pizza. So, let's check the bottom. There's some browning on the bottom, and it's very dry, which is nice. Let's look at the crust. I made a slight mistake with the crust. Notice how one side of the crust is darker than the other. Make sure that when you are putting the pizza in the oven for the second cook, turn the pizza 180 degrees halfway through the cook so that the crust cooks uniformly dark. Crunchy crust, but it's very soft in the inside. That's what you want. Let's try a bite. Let's take a look at the inside of the crust. Beautiful and airy. Super light, crunchy, but also very soft as well. Oh man. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content to come.